Hey, how's it going, my fellow webheads? It is your boy, Blu-rayDave, back on another very special LEGO Marvel set for you guys. And yes, as you can see right in front of you, we have the very first LEGO Spider-Man 3 set in, 19 years since the movie came out? Better late than never, right? Like, yeah, I'm glad we got a set. Hopefully we'll get a couple more. Who knows? We definitely need to get a Spider-Man 1 set first, and then we'll see where that goes. So yeah, what you're seeing in front of you is the LEGO Spider-Man 3 Epic Battle Spider-Man vs. Sandman set, part of the Epic Moment collection. There's a new line of this. But those are going to be sets I'm rarely going to get. It depends on, like, a specific set I want to get. I'm definitely not going to get the Age of Ultron set. That's for sure, but I'm happy I got this. This was in my wish list for sure. It's going to cost you $25 in the US. And just by looking and judging at the set, it's definitely worth the $25. Sure, maybe people could say, oh, this is like worth 20 or maybe 15. Like, sure, but for this set, definitely worth the $25. That's for sure. I mean, it's such a beautiful set, you know? And I've heard some complaints on the internet. People are saying, like, well, why couldn't they just extend this or, like, have Harry / the New Goblin and MJ in that taxi? Like, I'm sure it would have cost them more if they were to extend it. Maybe one day we'll get, like, not a UCS set, but, like, an extended version of this set. Same minifigures, but add, like, a couple of characters and a couple other things, too, right? Like, and scaffolding, like the No Way Home sets. Yeah, who knows? So yeah, let's get into the box art first. Look at that, guys. Sure, like, this stuff comes from 2007, but this screams 2002, like those early promotional pics or whatever, like for merch, right? Like, oh man. And the fact that we're getting Tobey Maguire's minifigure for a third time, like, in 2026, like, that's a big deal. Like, are you kidding me? Like, goated right here. Now we need Amazing Spider-Man sets for sure. Let me know in the comments, guys, like, what ideas do you have, like, what could be great for, like, Amazing Spider-Man Lego sets. So this set is recommended for ages 9+, set number 76334. It has 201 pieces, can you believe it, for this set? And, of course, it has 3 minifigures. Oh, man. But let me know in the comments below, which set do you think was better that we got in recent years? The Spider-Man 2 set or the Spider-Man 3 set? Like, right now, this is winning me over just because, like, again, it's a big deal. We haven't gotten anything Lego Spider-Man in 2007 because those Marvel rights went to Mega Bloks, if you guys remember your Lego and Mega Bloks history, and then the Marvel rights got back to Lego in 2012. Like, that was such a big deal. Even, like, Comic-Con 2011, like, they were celebrating, like, hey, we're going to be releasing Marvel sets in 2012, so stay tuned. So why don't we get onto the build itself here? I guess one more thing I forgot to show you. Just to show you guys I'm not pulling your leg or anything. Part of the Epic Moment collection. Yeah, this is a really cool diorama set. Not much going on here, but there's a lot of cool details in this set. When I was building these extra parts, I'm thinking, like, why are they part of the... I'm like, oh, yeah, because of, there's going to be debris and all that, right? Seriously, like, all of the special details in here are so cool. Even, I love this little plaque here. This is printed, by the way. Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man vs. Sandman and Venom. I still think the movie still would have been better without Venom, because, you know, Avi Arad, he loves to get in the way of everything. And, hey, why don't we put Venom in there, right? Like, jeez. Speaking of which, guys, I always promote this version, the superior version. Honestly, that's the only way you're going to have to watch it now. Spider-Man 3, the editor's cut. If you could get it on Blu-ray or digital, please. Highly recommend it. Like, the editor's cut makes so much sense. So you can take the Sandman off of here. And just like with the No Way Home sets, like, they add really cool sand details on here. And, of course, that's where you could put Sandman, obviously. We got some, like, Venom, like, spider webs here again, like, some of these details are so cool. You have these little, like, translucent parts that came in minifigure packs before, that you could put the minifigures on and have them, like, jump or fly or whatever, like, again, like with Spider-Man here. So no one really knows what this piece is for, other than the fact, like, it supports this, which I don't know if that's necessary, per se, but, you know, it's whatever, you know, you gotta add those details for debris for the battle scene, you know? And of course, this is supported by a black base. Like I said, not much going on here, but it is pretty darn essential to have. I guess one other thing I forgot to show you guys, and not that it's important to you guys, but I do this in every LEGO review anyway, so you do get a fair amount of spare parts, and of course, you get the instruction booklet. Yeah, they're promoting other sets here too. Yeah, this is the set I was talking about. I will not be getting this set, period. You know, unless if somebody gave it to me as a gift, I'm fine with it, but I'm just not going to get this set, period, because I'm just done with Age of Ultron. You know, Quicksilver, he's like the one character that saved the movie for me, so, yeah. Anyways, let's get started with the minifigures. So here is our first minifigure, the main man himself, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, aka Peter 2. It's this same reuse from the No Way Home Final Battle set, and like I said, this minifigure, man, just screams 2002, 2004. Like, man, it's just so cool, like, to even have a Tobey Maguire minifigure. Like, man, I think the only thing I would have changed, I think everyone will agree with me when I say this about this minifigure. You know how this minifigure from the Spider-Man 2 set is exclusive because of the torn up costume? Why not do it for the mask here? Like, show half of his face, right? Like him being battle damaged. Like, you don't want it to be repetitive, releasing the same minifigure. Like, again, like, having this minifigure is cool, but I think, like, just give him, like, exclusive details and maybe rip up the costume a bit more too. Either way. Yeah, speaking of the other Spider-Man, of course, I have the previous two. Again, this is the one from No Way Home, and this is the one from Spider-Man 2. Again, with that exclusive printing. This time, he does not come with the headpiece or hairpiece. He does come with this web piece here, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so that was Spider-Man. Let's get on to the Sandman. So here's our official movie Sandman minifigure. Yes, in minifigure form, because we've been wanting a Thomas Hayden Church Flint Marko minifigure for the longest time, again, since 2007. And my gosh, I love this minifigure. Of course, he has that big fig buildable one from that other No Way Home set, if you want to check that one out. I feel like if LEGO's gonna make another Spider-Man 3 set, they should have him in his full human form, and of course have his hairpiece. Like, that's kind of like the one downgrade from this minifigure, right? Like, he doesn't have his hairpiece. Like, would have been, like, make it cool. I understand they're supposed to make him like this gigantic monster because they don't want to spend money to make a buildable figure again, which I can understand. You know, if they wanted to for another set, cool. So here are these buildable hands that you could put on him. They're ginormous. I can't remember any minifigure from my LEGO knowledge that they've had hands like this or gauntlets or whatever, but like you could definitely put like a minifigure here and a minifigure there. To me, Flint Marko is easily the best quote-unquote bad guy in Spider-Man 3, just because like you could really like sympathize with him. Like, he's genuinely a good person, but he's done some bad crap, you know. So, here is the stand that you could put him on. This is kind of like a complicated build. Like, you could kind of have him swerve around too, and you could put, again, his minifigure on top of here. Yeah, that that is pretty cool. What would you rate this out of a 10? Let me know in the comments. Alright, on to the last but probably the best minifigure in the set. So here we have Venom. Specifically, Topher Grace's Venom. The okay version of Venom. Obviously, we can all agree that Tom Hardy's is easily the best. I think Topher Grace's Venom should have come back, and Tom Hardy would have had a one-off with him, like who's really the best Venom, right? One day we'll get there. We'll get a Tom Hardy Venom minifigure. Yeah, this is another long-awaited minifigure we've been wanting since 2007. Like, the first actual symbiote Spider-Man minifigure we got was from like Comic-Con. What was that, 2011 or something like that? I don't know. But that was the closest thing we would get. And unfortunately, it wasn't from the movie. But hey, it was pretty cool. But finally, we have our first official movie Venom minifigure in general. Like I said, one day we'll get to like Tom Hardy's eventually. He's got the comic accurate symbol, just like how it should be, right? I know a lot of people have been complaining about, again, like the Tom Hardy movies, like he doesn't have the symbol. Like, listen, Peter Parker doesn't exist in that universe, so there's no way that the symbol would have popped up anyway, right? And he's got these like Venom slimy like parts, and honestly they were kind of tricky to like build because the instructions were like throwing me off. And love the head mold. That was pretty cool. And here's the back. Cause guys, never wound what you can't kill. Like what? It can never top like a turd in the wind. Let me know what is the best doesn't make any sense quote that Venom has said, guys. Like, seriously, you can let me know. Alright guys, this was our special look at the very first Spider-Man 3 set we've gotten in years. I don't know why I say like the first time in a long time, right? Like, no, because this is the first official Spider-Man 3 set. The Epic Battle Spider-Man vs. Sandman set. I've come to terms in reality in recent years with Spider-Man 3. Like, yes, it does have its problems, but the editor's cut, it did what it had to do to save the film, right? I know a lot of people, they prefer the original, like, theatrical cut, but please, like, if you have 2 hours to spare, please purchase the editor's cut. Like, I understand that Digipack is hard to get now because it ever since No Way Home, like those Digipacks have been skyrocketing, right? I'm happy I have both of them, but like if you can afford to digitally, cool. And Sony, if you can, release the editor's cut separately, both Blu-ray and DVD, right? Like if you can't give it a 4K release, and then just release it separately. I thought that was the case when those Digipacks came out in 2017. Oh well, what can you do? Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, bye. And you webheads, have an awesome day now. Alright, bye guys.